Look out behind you!
I see it. Stay sharp and we have to be ready for whatever is coming at us from that direction right now.
Why did the martial artist bring a ladder to the fight?
Yeah.
Because he heard he needed to take his skills to the next level.
Why do fighters always use computers to train? Because they want to improve their punchy performance in the ring. Why do fighters always look so serious before a match? Because they are just trying to avoid a punchline.
This city belongs to us tonight, and there is nowhere for anyone to hide from the inevitable consequences of their actions when we are in charge.
Challenge complete, achievement unlocked, it is officially my time to shine, and I have never felt more ready to take on the next big adventure.
I cannot believe you actually thought you could land that blow. Perhaps you should have trained harder before coming here today to face me.
Why did the stadium get hot after the game was over?
I am not sure why.
Because all of the fans left. Why did the punch go to school? Because it wanted to get a little bit better at landing some solid points in its daily life.
Why did the punch get promoted at work?
Because it was really good at hitting all of its targets during the quarterly review. Why do fighters never get into a fight at a bakery? Because they cannot handle the roll.
Why did the bicycle fall over?
Because it was too tired.
Why did the punch bowl go to the party?
Because it wanted to get a little punchy and mix things up with the crowd.
Why did the punch get a promotion at work?
Because it really knew how to hit the target and make a strong impact on the team.
You should have stayed down, because I am not going to give you another chance to get back up and continue this fight against me tonight.
Why did the punch get a promotion at work?
Because it was always the first one to land a solid hit when things got tough.
Why did the punch break up with his girlfriend? Because he just couldn't handle the pressure of the relationship anymore and needed to land a solid blow. Why do fighters always get into trouble? Because they just cannot help themselves from kicking up a fuss whenever they enter the room.
Why do scientists not trust atoms?
Because they make up everything. Why do programmers prefer dark mode?
Because light attracts bugs.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
To escape the fight and get to the other side safely. Because being a hero is way too dangerous for a simple bird.
Why do they call it a fighting game if you never actually get to fight at the end of the match? Because you lose before you even try. You are not going to win this fight today.
Think again, because I have been training for this moment longer than you could ever possibly imagine. Why do skeletons never fight each other?
Because they do not have the guts to challenge a worthy opponent like me in this dark cave.
Why do fighters always carry an extra pair of socks to their matches? Because they are hoping to have a really good fight on their toes.
Why did the punch get a promotion at work? Because it always knew how to hit its targets and make a real impact on the team.
Why do fighters always get into arguments before a match? Because they are just looking for a way to punch in their opinions at the end of the day. Did the punch get a promotion at work?
Because it was always the first one to land a solid hit when things got tough.
Why did the punch break up with his girlfriend? Because he just couldn't handle the pressure of the relationship anymore and needed to land a solid blow. Why do fighters always look so serious before a match? Because they are trying to keep their game face on, even when things get a little kicky.
Keep your guard up.
I am trying to focus.
Not fast enough, try again and show me that you can actually handle the pressure of this fight.
Why do fighters always ask for a rematch? Because they are hoping that the second time around, they will finally figure out how to win. Why do fighters never play hide and seek? Because good luck finding someone who is always prepared to counter your every move in the arena. Why do fighters always look so serious? Because they are always trying to pick a fight with their own shadows, but they never seem to win.
Why did the baton player bring a ladder to the fight? Because he wanted to reach the next level of the game, but he just ended up falling flat.
Why do fighters never get lost in the dark? Because they always know how to find their way around the ring and kick things off. Why did the punch get a promotion at work? Because it was really good at hitting all of its targets and making a strong impact on the team.
It's official. You suck. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah.